Hey everyone, so this is my second attempt actually making this video because I made the most rookie mistake ever in Unity, and I actually went into Unity, I did all my changes, and I did them in game mode. So after lecturing you all about it at the beginning of the year, I did it just now. So I did all my edits in game mode, went to save it and tried to play it, and it erased everything. So remember, you have to know that you're in game mode, that you're in the scene mode and not game mode. Because if you're in game mode, guess what? You can't make any changes in there. So remember, a good way to change that is just to go to edit preferences and change the color of that general play mode tint to anything except white. Why they do that to you, I do not know. So you can write a letter to Unity. So now we're going to go to game mode and we can see it's all pink, and we can tell that it's not in the scene mode. So all right, so we're going to do three really cool things in this video. Actually, two things. We're going to do two things in this video. We're going to add physics to our object, and then we are going to actually add some color to our object. So these seem like two pretty simple things, and they are. We're just adding components. But tomorrow, the next video is the big one. That is making this little awesome circle move, and that is much, much harder in Unity than it is in other game creators. But it is going to, it's really going to show you like all that goes into making these objects move. And remember, 3D objects, it's much harder to make a 3D object move than it is a 2D object. So there's a lot more happening. So let's take a look at how to make it look more visually appealing first. So right now it's kind of an eyesore. All right, it's a white ball on a white background, and that's not good. So let's look at creating something to make it look better. So what we do in Unity is we create things called materials. So materials are like your colors, your textures, things that are going to go around your objects to make them look better. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click in assets. I'm going to create a new folder, and we're going to call this materials. So all of our materials are going to go inside this folder, and that's just to keep it organized. You don't have to do that. We're going to double click on materials, and now we're inside of our materials folder. We're going to right click, create, and then instead of a folder, this time we're going to go to materials. So we're going to create material. Now, I know that you got excited when you looked at that and you saw all those cool things that you can create in Unity. And you can do some amazing things. For now, we're just going to create a color. So we're going to call this ball color. You can call it whatever you want, but it's going to be the color that I'm going to use for the ball. All right. So once you click off and you've renamed it ball color, if you click on that material, you're going to see all this cool stuff on the right in the inspector. Remember, the inspector is where we can change pretty much everything about all of our objects. So you're going to see albedo will be the first one under main maps. Albedo is just basically an RGB color. All right, so it's just a simple color with transparency or not. So you're going to click on this little white box. Select any color you want. If you know me, I like pink. You've seen my themes in Notepad. I like pink, so we're going to make this ball pink. We're going to click somewhere down here, and now you can see that we have this new material, which is this simple pink color. And it's even giving you a preview at the bottom right what it would look like if you make the ball that color. So all you have to do, and this is really cool, click on the material and drag it onto your scene. And as you can see, if I highlight the plane, it's turning it pink. If I highlight the ball, it's turning it pink. So we want it to be the ball. So we're going to let go, and our ball is now pink. All right. So let's create one more material so that you can see how to do it. And this one's going to be for our plane. So we're going to right click on our inside of our materials folder. We're going to go to create, and we're going to go to material, and we're going to call this plane color. And remember, you can name these whatever you want as long as you understand how they're made. Click off. We can see the default is white. We're going to go click on the white box. We're going to click a little bit of a green color. So let's do a green color. So I like to make it look like he's, you know, rolling around on a green field. Hit OK. We now have that there, and we're going to click and drag this onto our plane and let go. So now we have this awesome sphere sitting on this green plane. So this looks a lot better than it did just a couple minutes ago. So you can kind of drag that around and look at it. You can look at it in game mode. So if you go over to game view, you can see that it looks like a pink ball sitting on a green screen. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prep this ball to be able to move. So it's a little bit different in Unity. So right now, these two objects are just basically dead objects. They're just plain, static, non-moving objects. But we need to tell Unity that this ball, we want to obey physics. So physics in gaming is a little bit different than like physics in your science class, but it's pretty much the same thing. So physics in gaming are the rules that define how something moves or reacts to anything else in the game. So basically like physics, it's some kind of laws or rules that define how something moves. So we need to give our ball a physics component so that we can move it. So let's do that now. So click on the ball, and we're going to hit F to focus, and that'll bring it into the center. And we're going to go to add component. So we're going to add a component just like we do like with a script or a material. We're going to go add component. We're going to go to physics, and then we're going to click on rigid body. So there's a lot of different physics options. You can play around with them if you'd like. But rigid body is the one that we're going to choose. And rigid body is really good for any object that's going to act kind of like a rag doll. All right, so it's just going to sit and it's not going to do anything unless we make it do something. All right, so that's what a rigid body is. It has really good resistance towards other things in the game. So it has a mass. It has it's affected by gravity. So think of it as a what's it called? Like a dead body, like a dead body physics. It's just falling to the ground. So now this object is capable of acquiring movement. So we're going to separate these two videos. Tomorrow I'm going to send out another video which will show you how to add movement, because it's way bigger than anything you've done so far, and it requires a lot of code. So I'm going to show you that just to scare you really quick. So let's click on that. So there's the code. So this, if you want to go ahead and add this into the game, more power to you. Jump into it. This is what the code looks like to make that one ball move. It's not as complicated as it looks, but I know this is scary, so I wanted to give you a little preview. So tomorrow we'll be breaking down this code, and we'll be making this ball move for the first time, and then we'll continue building on our game. So I can't wait to see all of you in class bright and early Thursday morning, and good luck with this enrichment project. I'll see you soon. Bye.